Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress Nutsglaze. I'm sorry, I'm gonna laugh every time I say the name of this because it makes me titter. Nutsglaze, I mean, say it. Say it yourself. Say it to yourself in an awkward situation. When you're nervous, speaking in front of many people. Just say it in your head, don't say it out loud because then people might think that you're kind of weird. You can just blame it on me, I guess, but then they would like, who's that guy? But hey, that would be like free publicity, right, for me? Maybe they would. You could also sneak out my Twitter account and get me some more Twitter followers. That'd be cool. Okay, so what's going on right now? Well, we cut down some trees, huh? And we're doing something different with the design of this fort. We've got 3 different entrances. We've got a main entrance here, and these are going to be more like auxiliary entrances, I suppose. Maybe I should have made them too wide. I don't know. And we dug out some places for some bedrooms. We're about to go over here and dig out some workshops. But before I do anything, I do have some names that I need to assign. Let's see. I'm gonna go in order of how they came to me. And unless the only thing is if it's a role that can't be filled right now, then I will put it on the back burner. And then we'll loop back to it. So the very first person who contacted me and wanted a dwarf was somebody who wanted a dwarf named Dougal, who wanted a mace dwarf. So at this point, we don't actually have any mace dwarfs. So Dougal will be coming in, but it will be at a point where we have a mace dwarf. The next person was Sir Bab, who wanted a miner, which is very easy. So we have plenty of miners. So let's see. What's this Rith person here? Rith has plant gathering, armor smithing. Okay, that looks good. So this will now be known as this lady will now be known as Sir Bab. It's an ironic name. And then the third person that came to me was somebody who wanted to be the mayor, named George. So our expedition leader, I believe, is Dodok here. Now that's the chief medical dwarf. Where is the expedition leader? Okay, right here. So Ingish Gostmorl. So new nickname is George. Mayor George. And then third person was Boggs, who wanted to be a warrior. Which we could... this person, Domas, actually has, some ability and some 2 anaconda kills. So we'll say this is Boggs. Cool. I like that name for a warrior. And then... let's see. The next name I have is a Mr. Cairn, who wanted to be a crafts dwarf, somebody who made a lot of things that we were going to sell. So I think we're going to hold off on naming that person just yet. I'm going to put a little star by these ones that I haven't been able to do just yet, because I don't think there's anybody in here yet that's going to be one of our primary crafters, per se. I don't know. We're probably going to start somebody on mechanisms. But I don't know that mechanisms are necessarily going to be our, numero uno way of, making money. So this is... what's this person? This is a... okay, this is our mason. Yeah, Boggs. We could have Boggs make some stuff to start off with. But yeah, Mr. Cairn, we will get you in the game probably in the next dwarf wave. Next migrant wave. And then we've got another name request for Metzger to be a butcher. And we don't have a butcher yet, so we'll get you in as soon as we get a butcher. And then Frankie, the military dwarf, same thing. So a lot of you guys... had ideas for what you wanted to be, like what dwarf you wanted to be or what you wanted your dwarf to be. And that's really cool. I like that because, you know, that gives that dwarf a little bit of extra personality. However, the downside to that is that it can take just a little bit of extra time to get you in. But once we get you in, it'll be all good. So, oh, we got to commit those changes, don't we? Boom. Okay, so let's take a look at our new named dwarves, see what their proclivities are, what they like, what they dislike. So we've got Boggs. So let's see, Boggs. What are you down with? Did we already read about Boggs? I think. Yeah, we already read about Boggs the last episode, I think. You know, because I remember talking about the last Twilight and the sensual sheen. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have here. George, the mayor, who is just now the expedition leader. Let's see. Does not easily fall in love. Often feels envious of others. Slow to anger. Occasionally overindulges. Feels best when everyone gets along without any strife. Is quite a bold flatterer, but just a little insufferable. That's probably a pretty good trait to have in somebody in a position of power. I think you have to be able to flatter people a little bit. Has a tendency to go it alone, disregarding the advice of others. Lacks confidence in their abilities. Is very rarely moved by curiosity. Finds helping others very emotionally rewarding. Has a strong sense of duty. Enjoys the company of others. Finds blind honesty foolish. Uh-oh. Doesn't see cooperation as valuable. Uh-oh. Doesn't care about nature one way or the other. Dreams of raising a family. Interesting traits for a future politician, I'd say. Likes giant sperm whale tooth. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find much of that here. Yellow jasper, platinum, granite. I'd love to find some platinum. Granite rings, maces, the color cerulean, the words of the last Twilight. Ooh, so you've got something in common with Boggs. The sight of the white torches. Prefers to consume artichoke heart tissue. Lychee wine and sea lamprey. Hates mosquitoes. And then our last person here, Serbab. Serbab. He's not the type to fall in love. He's quick to form negative views about things. Is dour as a rule. Well, hey, you know, you're a dwarf, so you're definitely the right race for that. Often feels discouraged. Doesn't focus on material goods. Prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible. Has a tendency to go it alone, disregarding the advice of others. Let's see. Relentless drive, completely consumed by ambition. Prefers to present themselves modestly. Has an active sense of humor. Is curious and eager to learn. Tends to consider what others think of them. Is not a private person and freely shares details of their life. Can sometimes act without deliberation. Is very trusting. Finds eloquence off-putting. Sees the denial of impulses as a vain and foolish pursuit. So, like when Serbab here wants to do something, it just gets done. Like, boom. Like that. Values a harmonious existence. Sees competition as wasteful and silly. Dreams of raising a family. Likes gigantic tortoise shell. Giant ibex horn. Turquoise, sterling silver, petrified wood. Turkeys. The shape of cabochons and the sound of the prim suitor. Prefers to consume bumblebee mead. Hey, we might actually make some of that. Perch and loon. Hates brown recluse spiders. Okay. I do like some. I'm noticing though up at the top where you can, you know, see like what has made them happy and what's made them annoyed. I like some of the things that have been added, you know, like euphoric due to inebriation. Nice. Gratitude after being rescued. Really? Huh. Maybe the anaconda got a little frisky. All right, so we're going to get this dug out so that we can make. We need a carpenter workshop, a carpentry workshop ASAP, and we also need a mason's workshop ASAP. And probably, I would say, we need to get a mechanic going pretty quick too. So, carpenter probably needs to happen first because we need to get some beds down so we can get these things turned into bedrooms. Which is it's a pretty odd design. We're just doing something a little different. Doing something a little different this time for our band of intrepid dwarves. It's good to, you know, variety is the spice of life, I guess you'd say, and I don't like to do the same fortress over and over and over again, because then what would be, why would you guys even tune in, to watch what I'm doing if everything that I do is always exactly the same. So, and I think that you learn the most when you're outside of your comfort zone. So, it's my goal in making these Dwarf Fortress series is to try to do something different, at least a little bit different every time. Because that makes it more entertaining for me, which in turn I'm imagining makes it more entertaining for you. So, looks like we're about to have both of these workshops done. So it doesn't really matter, where we put the carpenter, where we put the mason. But once we do that, we need to make sure that we kind of like stick to that kind of thing. So like what I'm, excuse me. What I mean is, so we're gonna put our carpenter down here, which means that we're gonna have wood around here. So we need to kind of be thinking about that. We don't want to like put a carpenter here, put a mason here, and then put another wood workshop here and a stone workshop here. That's not very efficient. So we're going to try to be efficient. So we'll just use I guess we'll use the mudstone since it's pretty prevalent. And then up here we'll put the, oh yeah, we need to go ahead and get our wood stockpile around it. Man, I have a frog in my throat. Okay, that's why you should always keep some sort of a beverage next to you whenever you record. So if you guys decide that you're going to do any recording, make sure you keep something to wet your whistle next to you. All right, let's do a Mason's Workshop up here. And I'm thinking that what... Jeez, Louise, really? What is up with my body? Oh my goodness. So, this could be bad. This could be really bad. Wow. Wow. So what's up here? Cleaning required. We don't have any buckets. So we can make a bucket. And our carpenter. Suture request. I think we're out of thread. Setting request. What? Immobilization crutch required. Did they have to cut off the leg or something? What happened here? That's somebody that wasn't even... Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what happened there, it looks like, was whenever the carpenter was cutting down trees, so not really fighting, but I guess what was cutting down trees, and then and then the tree, I guess, fell on the carpenter. Is this the carpenter right here? Yep. That may have been a big mistake on my part. Okay, I think I know what happened. Oh my goodness. Here's what I think what happened. You guys are probably already following this. I set this as a temporary hospital zone to kind of like diagnose that other guy. What? Yeah, okay, no, never mind. That couldn't have happened. What I was thinking was this person was already in the hospital zone, but they wouldn't have had any reason to be there. So it must have just been that this person was cutting down a tree or something, or was in the way, and it fell on them. Oh my goodness. So, do we have anything that we can... I don't think we have any... We don't have anything that we can make thread out of at this point. Well, hold on. Well, that's cloth right there. Oh, we probably don't have any thread left. We might be able to build. I don't think water buffalo are gonna do anything for us. This could be bad. Could be a bad situation here, ladies and gents. We'll try to do the best we can. So I suppose we'll have to nail out some buckets real quick to try to get that thing clean. But you know, we need to do an immobilization too. So, wow, this is probably the worst start I've ever had. Even worse than I would say even worse than the time that we got attacked right off the bat too. Just because I think this one's really kind of on me, in my opinion. Okay, we'll set a stone stockpile. So we may be down 2 dwarves pretty quick here, which, you know, we can recover. Alright, so for our stone stockpile, of course, we don't want any metal ore or economic stone or clay. We just want this, we basically just want this like junk stone to be used. Junk. So we can't make any buckets yet because this has to get finished. But what we can do is we can go into planing mode and start kind of planing these things out. So we'll just put the beds kind of in the middle here. These are kind of a little different. And then we'll do some doors. No. I'm glad that I couldn't put a door there. Door there. Door there. That person has a really long hallway. I hope they appreciate that. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this place here into a stockpile, and we're gonna turn this place here into a stockpile. And we'll put like a doorway there and a doorway there. Actually, you might want to make this 3 wide, like so. And that'll give us a place to put all the stuff that we make, which is important. We don't want our workshops to get cluttered. I mean, they're probably going to get cluttered anyways, but... yeah, the person who has the infection, that could be bad. The other person could be bad too because we don't have chain. We don't have any metal. So we can't make a traction bench. And traction bench is what you need for setting. But we'll just do the best we can. I guess after we get this stuff done, we can always dig down. Wait, didn't we find some tetrahedrite? We did find some tetrahedrite. Okay. So we could try to get some metal out. We could try. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance. So we can build. We'll have to build a smelter, which really should not go there. The smelter needs to have its own place there, and then we can put the forge next to it. So, go ahead and design this out. Oops. So 5 by 5, 5 by 5. Do it like that. And then make a doorway here and a doorway here. And then we'll get the smelter going, get the forge built, and we can try to get some chains so that we can do some traction benches. But I think the problem might be, let's pause this. We might not be able to get that set up because I think the person who's injured is our carpenter. Kumil. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's our carpenter right there. So. What? Okay. So it's just warning us that non-citizens' labor can't be changed. So this person has carpentry, you know, highlighted, but right now they are constructing a building, probably. So I guess it looks like they're putting together the mason, and then after the mason is done, they're going to throw together the carpenter, probably. So we'll be able to get it done. It just won't be as high quality. So we're going to hold off on probably doing anything there just yet to try and let this happen over here. Fun, fun. Wouldn't be Dwarf Fortress if there wasn't some fun, right, guys? But, like, that's the first time that I've had a tree fall on a dwarf in a really, really long time. So, So if you guys know, like, was it cutting the trees too close together? Is that what happened? Or why do you think that the tree fell on the dwarf? I don't know. Is there something that I should avoid doing? Did I try to chop down too many trees at the same time? You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Yes, I know. We need an empty bucket. We need a splint. We need all of these things that I didn't bring with me. Dig. What's the mason doing? No job. But why do you have no job? You have carpentry. What? Hold on. What in the world? Why can't I can't do anything here. It's not letting me do anything. So like, is it locked or something? Labor cannot be changed for non-citizens. Are they considered non-citizens until we get some sort of, like maybe they get a bed or something? Let me see. DF labor cannot be changed for non-citizens. Let's see. Looks like some people are asking about this on Reddit. Okay. It actually could be... Some people are saying it's just that it's just wonky still. Like Therapist still has some bugs to it. Because like that's like one of the top things that people have talked about in this thread. This bi-weekly questions thread. So what I may have to do, it's saying, is I may have to... There's a new version, maybe, that I might have to download for Dwarf Therapist to get that to work. But it shouldn't matter. Here's the thing, it shouldn't matter. And that says it's got a job, storing item in a stockpile. It shouldn't matter. So I don't know. But we're not going to be able to make a bucket without a carpenter, you know? So, can you make rock buckets? Is that a thing? Maybe? Let's see. I know I don't have anybody, but rock bucket. No? Nope. Alright, well, I guess we'll put a jump in there, and in the next video, we're gonna try to solve this problem before somebody ends up dying, which they may end up dying anyways, because, yeah, reasons. Cleaning. They need cleaning. They need suturing, immobilization, and a crutch. They're thirsty. They have an infection. can't stand partially broken tissue. Yeah, we may lose some dwarves here. Boggs, I'm sorry, you may you may bite it. If that happens, you know, if this character does die, you know, I will certainly name another character after you. So no big deal there, right? So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think about the Great Tree Debacle. You know, was it because the trees were too close together? I mean, you can see I'd cut down a lot of trees here, so I don't know. But I've never had it happen before, so that's kind of why it's kind of weird. Yeah, so not to my memory. Maybe I have, and it's just been a while. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me, and until next time, game on.